Jazz Festival coming to you from historic Savannah, Georgia. We want to thank our live audience here at Savannah Station, the official venue of this year's festival. And of course, we welcome all of you who are watching the festival via live streaming as well. Hopefully you'll like what you see and hear and maybe come to visit us someday. Every year during the Savannah Jazz Festival, we honor those who have made significant contributions to keeping jazz alive in Savannah. We do that by inducting them into the Savannah Jazz Hall of Fame. To lead us through the process, I would like to introduce Savannah Jazz Hall of Fame member Howard Paul.
Thank you very much. And welcome to our Jazz Festival and to this, what I think is a really wonderful portion of the festival where we honor forever those players who have brought important jazz and support of jazz to our city. And I'm not going to go on about it because there's a lot of information in the program about this. Those at home, you can find all about our Savannah Jazz Hall of Fame and the new museum that we're building for it. And I hope you'll spend a minute to take a look at that. We have two Hall of Fame inductees this year, and in fact everybody on stage here right now is a Hall of Fame member except one of them, and we're going to welcome him into the Hall of Fame today. So I'll start out with his introduction. His name is Kirk Lee, and he is our trumpet player and flugelhornist. He's been performing here in the Savannah Jazz Orchestra in the Savannah area for the last 32 years now. Kirk and I share the distinction of sharing the same birthday on the same day within 24 hours, and both being married to women named Patty who share the same birthday on the same day. So I've always wondered why I got along so well with a trumpet player. Now I know. Kirk is not just the lead trumpet player for the Savannah Jazz Orchestra and for a number of the top bands both in the Savannah and Hilton Head area over the last 3 decades, but he's a very important member of our community and one of the top engineers in this region. And so he's one of the people who was able to juggle both truly a full-time professional music life and a full-time professional life on the side. And that takes a lot, and so it's one of the reasons we wanted to recognize him into this Hall of Fame. He's a regular performer from both the Jazz Corner, the new Good Times on Broughton Street, Rancho Alegre. You can see him performing around the town and within the city of Savannah. He's also a graduate and the first trumpet player for all 4 years of his college at Ole Miss. So Kirk Lee, we welcome you. We'll make it official in just a minute. And the other person I wanted to welcome up to the stage for this induction is one of my favorite people in Savannah, Mayor Otis Johnson. So if Mayor Johnson could come and join us too. And I want to tell you, I've been in Savannah a little over 30 years myself, and there have been 2 really inspirational members of our community here. One of them was a guy named Arnold Tenenbaum we lost last year, who was one of the great business leaders of our town. And the other is Otis Johnson, Dr. Otis Johnson, who's one of the great community leaders of our town. Dr. Johnson is a native of Savannah. He has been attending performances for our jazz community since 1978, and I don't think you've missed many of them, if I recall. He's been one of the original members of what is now Savannah Jazz, originally the Savannah Telfair Jazz Society. He was our mayor from 2004 to 2011, and in fact, one of Teddy Adams' original tunes honors him. It's great to be honored in a tune, especially a well-named tune. And that is the Dapper Dude. So the mayor has done so much for our community in every aspect of community life here, but he's taken a really special effort to recognize, support, and promote jazz in our community, and for that, we couldn't think of a better person to honor as an induction into our Hall of Fame. So thank you for being here, and I think Mayor Van Johnson is going to join us now, is that right? We get a lot of support from our mayors here. One of the things that makes this community so amazing, and one of the things that makes Savannah Jazz such a strong community organization. So please welcome to the stage Mayor Van Johnson.
Thank you so much, and good afternoon, everybody, on an absolutely beautiful day here in the hostess city of the South, Savannah, Georgia. We clap right there. That's what we clap. That's what we clap. And to everyone viewing from all over the world, we want to welcome you to Savannah. We're so glad that you're here. We certainly want to thank Howard and Paula and the entire Savannah Jazz family for understanding where we are at this point in time. We would have loved to have been in Forsyth Park today, but we understand that when things are beyond your control, you do what you can to mitigate. And so Savannah Jazz was very quick. They were thinking all of the time, and they pivoted. And we want to thank them for still being able to provide this. I promise, I think this is the last year. Next year, we will have to be in Forsyth Park again, like we usually are. But that depends on us and what we do from these moments on. So I trust that we will. To our inductees, I want to congratulate you. Congratulations, sir. Well deserved. I think now I'm the only person on the stage not in the Hall of Fame. and to Mayor Johnson, if you read his book, and I'm sure he has one, but if he was not the mayor of Savannah and not the great social scientist, he would have been a band conductor. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So for us, we're glad that he was composing social policy for us to help us to be able to move from where we are to where we can be. So congratulations to both of you. Yes. So, yes, huh? Yes. So I have a very brief presentation that I wanted to follow up on. What do you do for the person that has it all and has done it all and received it all? We didn't have any more keys in the world in Savannah to give away to this gentleman. However, with an extremely impressive resume of doing everything as it relates to jazz, music, philanthropy, and all of these other things, mentoring, we wanted to find a way to honor the great Dr. Teddy Adams. No, that's his jazz cool look. So that's a jazz cool look. So as you know, this legend turned 80 years old recently, and we celebrated as only we can here in Savannah. And on that occasion, I presented him, or made him, Savannah's first ever official jazz ambassador. And so I said that night. I told him I would deliver on it. We have done that. And certainly his resume is too impressive and too long for me to read, and too little for me to read, because we had to make room for all of the things he's done. But ladies and gentlemen, let us stand and let us give a big Savannah thank you as we honor Savannah's Jazz Ambassador, Dr. Teddy Adams.
Thanks so much, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to turn the stage over to our new ambassador, Adams, and we'll get started with the Hall of Fame performance. Thank you all very much.
First, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Can you hear me out there? The first tune we're going to do is one that I composed about 2 years ago, and my best friend, who was also a great musician, Bobby Green, his nickname was Horse Green, and me coming up, in the third person, I was referred to as the Bear, because my name was Teddy. So this tune is very aptly entitled Horsing Around with the Bear. 12 hours on that. Welcome to the bandstand. Can you hear me out there? With a round of applause, Miss Huxsie Scott. Huxsie Scott.
It begins to tell around midnight. I do pretty well until after sundown. Supper time, I'm feeling sad. Oh, but it really gets real bad around midnight. Memories always start at midnight. Haven't got the heart to stand those memories, 'cause my heart is still with you. And oh, midnight knows it too. When some quarrel we had needs mending, doesn't mean that our love is ending. Darling, I need you. Lately I find you're out of my heart and I'm going out of my mind. Love, take wings around midnight. Let the angels sing for your returning. Let our love be safe and sound when old midnight rolls around. Randy Reese. Eric Jones. When some quarrel we had needs mending, now that doesn't mean that our love is ending. Oh, darling, I need you. Lately I find you're out of my heart and you're driving me out of my mind. Wings around midnight. Let the angels sing for your returning. Let our love be safe and sound when old midnight starts to roll around. When old midnight rolls around, things start happening at a midnight way in the middle of the night. Oh yes, they do. Midnight. I wonder if your love is true. I wonder if you'll say you love me too. I'm a wondering at a midnight, wondering at midnight. Oh, midnight. I feel a little insecure sometimes when midnight rolls around. I feel like crying just a little bit when midnight rolls around. I want our love to be safe and sound when a midnight. When old midnight rolls around. Ooh, when old midnight rolls around. you. Thank you, and good day to everybody. This next song that I'm going to share is one that is very, very dear to me. Late in life, I fell in love with Celia Cruz. Anybody know the name Celia Cruz? Thank you so much. I watched an 80-episode telenovela on her life 6 times, and I had to read the subtitles. This beautiful song was the love song that was all throughout that series, and I'd like to share it with you. It's entitled Como Fue, sort of, how did it happen? I'm going to attempt to sing it in Spanish, but I'm going to do it in English first. Is that all right with everybody in here? Okay. Thank you. How it happened, please help me, darling. Remember how it happened, 'cause I don't really know myself. I just know I fell in love with you. You were a light that made my whole being shine so bright. Your laughter flowing from a spring, filling my heart with sweet unrest. Was it your eyes or was it your kiss? The touch of your hand or the sound of your voice? Was it perhaps just sheer impatience of all those years I waited for you? I don't know. I don't know how it happened, my darling. I can't explain it to myself. I just know I fell in love with you. ¿Cómo fue? No sé decirte cómo fue. No sé explicarme qué pasó, pero de ti me enamoré. Fue una luz que iluminó todo mi ser, tu risa como manantial, regó mi vida de plenitud. Oh, fueron tus ojos o tu boca, fueron las manos o tu voz, cuando mejor de la impaciencia de tanto esperar tu llegada. Oh, I don't know. Tell me, darling, how it happened. I can't explain it to myself. I just know I fell in love with you. I fell in love with you. ¿Cómo fue? Thank you. It's one of my favorite songs. Now I'm going to sing another one of my favorite songs. In spite of everything that's happened, in spite of everything that we've been through, it's still a wonderful world, wouldn't you say? I think so too. of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed days and warm sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are there on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Oh, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are there on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands virtually and saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They will learn much more than I will ever know. And I think to myself, girl, what a wonderful world. Oh yeah. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Tears, sunshine, laughter, rain. Sometimes there's pain, but you're all here, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful world. It's a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We are going to do a composition composed by the late great Dexter Gordon. It's a song that he superimposed over a jazz standard. It Could Happen to You is the original tune, but he wrote something else. He heard something else on that same tune, and he called it Fried Bananas. So, It Could Happen to You, a la Fried Bananas, right next to Gordon. Our last tune, I'll get it right sooner or later. Our last tune is an original that I wrote for my granddaughter, my youngest granddaughter. You won't understand the title. I do. It's called Lil Miss Bubba. Lil Miss Bubba.
Congratulations once again to inductees Kirk Lee, Otis Johnson, and of course, the ambassador of Savannah Jazz, Teddy Adams. We're now going to take a 15-minute break to give our crew time to change things up for the next performers on our stage. Please take that time to get a drink at the bar, tip your bartenders. Don't forget the food truck outside. Also, please, 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 in your programs is a survey. If you would, please fill out the survey. It helps us then go to our funders to be able to put on this festival free every year. Also, stop by the volunteer table outside, T-shirts, posters, and you can join Savannah Jazz if you have not at savannahjazz.org. There's a membership enrollment form there. So again, we'll be getting started again in about 15 minutes, so stay with us. And again, Savannah Jazz Hall of Fame Band.